Welcome to today's market update. I'm Maya Keynes, and joining me is financial expert Eli Sterling. Good morning, Eli.
Good morning, Maya. Great to be here.
Let's dive right in. We've got a packed session ahead covering stocks, crypto, metals, and volatility plays. To kick things off, how are global equity markets shaping up this week?
Well, Maya, equities have been mixed. The S&P 500 and Dow are showing some seasonal weakness. We're seeing that classic late September dip, with the S&P down about 0.4% and the Dow around 0.5%. But importantly, precious metals like gold are up over 40% this year, and silver's pushing towards 60%, signaling ongoing inflation concerns.
Interesting. Now turning to crypto. Bitcoin's been under pressure lately. Can you walk us through what we're seeing technically for BTC USDT on the daily chart using Fibonacci retracement?
Absolutely. Right now, Bitcoin is trading around 112,160, sitting just above the 38.2% Fibonacci support level at 112,157. It's been consolidating between that and the 50% level at 113,250 for several days. This kind of price action usually indicates a decision point. It either breaks out or pulls back further toward the 23.6% level at 110,805.
So if it holds that 38.2%, buyers might step in.
Exactly. And volume-wise, we're seeing OBV slowly creeping higher despite the consolidation, which hints at underlying accumulation. That said, the MACD histogram is still contracting from bearish territory, so don't expect a breakout just yet.
Got it. Let's switch gears to Ethereum. What does the weekly stochastic RSI tell us about ETH USDT right now?
ETH is actually in deeply oversold territory. The stock RSI sits at just 14.17, well below the 20 threshold. Normally, that would suggest a bounce is due. However, momentum indicators like MACD show weakening bullish strength, and AVAX reveals the uptrend is losing steam. So while a short-term rebound looks likely, trend followers should stay cautious.
And how do the moving averages look?
Price remains well above both the 50 and 200-week SMAs, giving us a strong golden cross setup. That tells me any pullback is likely just profit-taking within a broader bullish framework.
Turning to altcoins, Solana has been one to watch. For SOL USDT on the daily timeframe, using the buy, hold, sell strategy, what's the read?
The BHS indicator has been flashing gold signals for 5 straight days, a special condition suggesting potential trend exhaustion or reversal. But here's the twist. V1 is still above V2, meaning there's residual upward structure. Think of it as a pause, not a collapse.
In contrast, SUI seems to be heading south. Using the same BHS strategy on SUI USDT daily, what do we see?
Bearish momentum confirmed. The indicator shifted from gray to navy blue on September 27th, and V1 is now below V2, signaling sustained selling pressure. Combine that with declining volume and rising negative DI on ADX, and you've got yourself a textbook downtrend.
What about AVAX? Any signs of life there?
AVAX is stuck in neutral. It's trading between the 50% and 61.8% Fibonacci retracement levels, bouncing around $30. The RSI is barely above 50, and MACD shows continued bearish momentum, albeit slowing. Until we get a clean breakout above $32 or breakdown below $29, I'd treat it as a range play.
Before we wrap up, let's touch base on volatility and metals. Is the current market environment favoring any particular strategies?
Definitely. With ATR levels stabilizing across assets like ETH and SOL, we're in a low volatility compression phase, which historically precedes big moves. As for metals, gold's 40% rally and silver nearing 60% gains are screaming inflation hedge. If stagflation fears resurface, commodities could outperform tech and growth sectors.
All right, wrapping up, what should traders and investors keep an eye on tomorrow?
Watch Bitcoin's reaction at the 38.2% fib level If it breaks, expect a test of $110,800. Also, keep an eye on Solana's BHS signal evolution and whether it flips definitively bearish. Finally, monitor commodity flows and any fresh U.S. economic data. They'll guide whether risk assets continue to consolidate or resume their climb.
Thanks, Eli. That wraps our technical deep dive for today. Join us again tomorrow for more insights across traditional and digital markets.